Welcome to the 75-day program information session. This is where you get a chance to ask the questions you have, find out the information. For some of you, see if you even want to do this. And for some of you, really understand what you are about to do. Now, the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this is that this isn't just a weight loss program. This isn't just a quick fix challenge. This is really real results that you are seeking here. It's not that I'm going to start over on Monday or I really mean it this time type of challenge. This is the one where you really mean it, you're really going for it, and you're really going to stick to it. And if you don't have that all-in mindset right now, or you've had some bad experiences with an all-in mindset, I hope that this can heal that for you. So the basis of this program did come from 75 Hard, which is a free program created by Andy Frisella, who is the founder and CEO of 1st Phorm, which is where my one-on-one coaching app is and where our recommended supplements are from. So I'll be speaking mostly in the light of 75 Hard, but recognize that this 75-day program has a couple nuances, a couple changes to it, which goes against everything 75 Hard stands for, but this is my business, my clients, my program. And while I see so much value in it, I also want to make sure that you get the results that you want, and I'm not sticking you in a 75 Hard box. So we're going to go over what this is going to look like. First things first, the only fee to join this is the cost of your app subscription. So whatever tier or level you're at with the app subscription with me, that's all you need to join. It's monthly, and so imagine, 2.5 months of that. Otherwise, the only recommendation or requirement is that you use the foundational supplements from 1st Phorm. This is going to be Microfactor, a daily nutrient pack that's going to fill any known and unknown gaps in the nutrients that we get day to day that your body needs. Full Omega Fish Oil, which is a properly dosed omega-3 with the right amount of EPA and DHA to actually combat inflammation, help with nutrient transport. OptiGreens 50, which is the greatest goodbye bloat, gut health, probiotic thing that you can give to your body. And last is going to be your protein of choice, whether it's level 1, Formula 1, or Formula 1 Clear. So why are these required? Because I want you to get real results and maximize those results. And to be perfectly honest, this program is hard. And so if you're not feeling your best because your underlying foundational health isn't getting taken care of, like getting enough micronutrients, combating inflammation, getting enough protein conveniently or really when you need it, making sure your gut health is okay and your cravings are curbed, it's not going to feel sustainable. And so these will really get you to where you want to go. And I hope it's an investment that you can prioritize and budget for. Because I'm about to have a baby. I'm 36 and a half weeks pregnant, all right? He's going to be here in like 20 something days. And so, yeah, I could totally charge an arm and a leg for this. And you would be bought in simply because you're bought in. But what I want to bring the people in who want the results badly enough, not just because they paid for it and they want to get their money's worth. I want the people who really want it, because those are the people who really do the work, do it with intent, do it when they don't want to, because they know that they are sick and tired of starting over, not getting the results they want, and they just want something to click and work. And kick all your excuses and compromises to the curb that have constantly come up in your life potentially. That's why I'm not charging for this. But the best way that you could support me and my family is by getting those products. I like to say that they are not mandatory, but they're also not optional. So follow up with me if you haven't gotten those or if you have questions about specific products. So what is the program exactly? We start tomorrow, March 7th, and it's going to go all the way until the Thursday before Memorial Day. The actual day skips my mind, but it's easy to find on a calendar. Now, why did I choose this 75 days? Well, this gives me personally some time before I give birth and after I give birth to make sure that everyone who's in my inner circle has a clear plan. They know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly what's expected of them to get their results that you want. But also because Memorial Day weekend is kind of that moment where people look at themselves and they're like, all right, I guess this is it. This is my summer body. Memorial Day is always usually when people stop really going for it, really having these summer body goals because summer's pretty much here. And they take their foot off the gas. And so using this lull of time where there aren't big holidays, not too much travel, weather's not super great yet, what a great time to kind of go into your cave, dial in, zone in, and get where you want to go by summer. Because I promise you, if you give up on this or if you don't do this, summer's going to come and you're going to wish you did. And it's just, we know that. So here's the plan. For 75 days straight, you are going to commit to a certain set of tasks. These are called your critical tasks. They are non-negotiable. You will do all of them every single day before your head hits your pillow at night. Now, in the 75 Hard official program, if you miss a day, you start over at day 1. We're not going to do that, but if you miss a day, you better not miss 2 days in a row. You better tell me when you missed. Let me know, right? We should have like a penalty fee for the amount of days you miss next time. So I'm giving you that lenience, but that's dangerous because a lot of times we give up and we just slash our other 3 tires because we got a flat one day. And so I hope you recognize the severity of what it means to have something be a non-negotiable and not let that slide and not say, well, I'll get it tomorrow. Get it today. And if you're watching this, you take a sip of water every time I take a sip of water. Anna, be careful on that treadmill while you do that. So, what are the tasks? These tasks aren't related to fat loss specifically. These tasks are related to discipline, reliability, and doing what you said you were going to do, which means that these tasks could have been anything. But how long has it been since you did something every single day for 75 days straight with no wavering? Some of these are easy to slip your mind and forget to do. Some of these are hard physically, and some of these are hard from a time management perspective. So now you can recognize what other responsibilities in your life require physical grit, mental toughness, time management, commitment. Your whole life will transform, and your physique. You'll also probably get a chip on your shoulder, just warning you. I did this program during my last pregnancy, and my postpartum, like 2 months postpartum, was the fittest I ever was in my life. So like it really lays its layers on you. So first task is going to be drink a gallon of water every single day. That is 120 ounces. Now, as I list these tasks, and I did this in the previous info call, notice if you immediately are like, there's no way. Okay, that's you. Why not? If you can do it one day, you can do it every day. Why are we doing it? Not just because being hydrated is incredibly good for you and every part of your life transforms when you get enough water. Because it takes time management to drink 120 ounces of water. There were days where I was chugging a full thing of this at 9 p.m. right before I went to bed and knew I was going to be up all night using the restroom, but I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I learned the next day I had better time management with it. So drink 1 gallon of water a day. No excuses, no compromises. The water in your protein powder doesn't really count. I would say if it's like water and electrolytes or lemon water, but you always want to ask yourself this question. If it feels like cheating, it is. Like if you even have to ask yourself, well, what about the water in my protein powder? No, because you had to ask. And you can always run it by me too. But notice, are you creating shortcuts? Well, I drank water in my tea. We create shortcuts in life to make things easier for ourselves, and we're already doing it here. So why would we change anything? When you come to me and say, I can barely drink 40 ounces. I can't drink 120. You're looking for a shortcut. Let's see what comes next. 1 gallon of water. I encourage you to write these down, put them on the notes in your phone, put them on a checklist on your phone, on a whiteboard calendar. Next is going to be read 15 pages of a personal development nonfiction book. Now, in the 75 Hard program, it's 10 pages. So for some people, that takes 20 minutes. For some people, that takes 5 minutes, depending on the book you're reading. I'm just asking you for 15 minutes. That way you know you can start a timer, you can time management in your day, and you know how long it's going to take you. You don't have to put it off because you're like, oh, I don't have time. It's like, you knew you had to do it today. Where did you block it off for? If you fall asleep midway, technically that's a fail, so I wouldn't save it for the end of the night. Now, what books should you read? Okay, if you are looking to improve your relationship, which again, not related to weight loss, but it kind of tied in. If you're looking to improve your relationship, the first book I would recommend you reading is The 5 Love Languages. This is a fantastic book, also to read alongside with your partner. If you are looking for a book to sort of kind of kick you into gear and get you really excited and get you locked in, I really enjoyed the book Relentless by Tim Grover. He was the basketball coach for like Kobe and Michael Jordan, and it's all about like personal development and grit and being like the best version of yourself. While there are basketball references, it's an incredible read. If you are looking for more female motivation, uplifting, self-confidence, Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima is fantastic. I don't like book covers, but I have it right here. If you are looking to grow in your faith and your self-belief, Winning the War in Your Mind by Craig Groeschel. I would show it to you, but I mailed it to someone recently. Is absolutely fantastic. If you are studying for your real estate license, read that. If you are working on starting your own business, read Unreasonable Hospitality. Okay. If I didn't name something that stood out, if you are just like beginner, Jess, I am a beginner, Atomic Habits is one of the easiest reads you could ever read, and it is so powerful. So again, let me know your goal. I'll shoot you a couple book ideas. Okay. Next task is going to be a 45-minute workout every single day. Now, I'm a fitness professional, personal trainer, master's degree in exercise physiology, pregnancy postpartum specialist. Like, I know the rules of exercise. You should have rest days. And so, while I do want you to have structured, intentional movement, I'm not telling you to go to F45 7 days a week. And by the way, F45 isn't exactly a 45-minute workout. So if you are choosing to do F45, I would highly recommend doing the stationary bike if it's available, or stretching or foam rolling during the intro, and then also hopping on a stationary bike or doing abs or actively participating in the cool down so that your clock, your timer, your Apple Watch says 45 minutes. Because a lot of times certain workouts, especially with those long rest times, really are only like 37. So we're doing 45. It's not 44. Again, how often have you said, I'm going to do a 30-minute walk, and then you get to your front door at 25 minutes and you're like, that's good enough. No, that's another shortcut excuse compromise we're making in our life. We're cutting corners, literally. Don't cut corners here. Give that extra push. Be the leader in the space that you're in. I pace my driveway when I get back home, and I haven't hit that 45th minute yet. So some days your workout is going to be a walk. Some days it might be stretching, like a yoga video. Some days it might be just sitting on a stationary bike and pedaling. Some days I'll do abs and stretch. Something intentional. But start to notice when you're being lazy and making compromises versus being intentional and pushing and going for it. If you're feeling like you're going to be worn down, the two best things that you can do for yourself is take the post-workout stack from First Form after your workout so that you're not as sore, you're replenished, you're revitalized, your muscles building, your muscles growing, it's being fed. You're going to feel so much better, so much more alive for that next workout. And taking magnesium at night. First Forms is 5 different magnesium types, and it's a 90-day supply. It's a no-brainer. Your next task is going to be to take a 45-minute walk every single day. Well, Jess, you said that one of my workouts could be a walk. Yeah, there are going to be days where you're taking 2 walks. I did that a lot towards the ends of my pregnancy when I was doing 75 hard. Now, in the real program, it's an outdoor workout, and typically most people will do an outdoor walk. I want you to keep your promises to yourself. If you want to do the full-blown 75 hard program, do it. But I'm here to encourage your steps and your discipline, because I know how powerful that 45-minute walk was for me. And some people have a walking pad, some people are outside, some people go to the gym on the treadmill. Ideally, these workouts are at different times so you can learn time management and say, where am I going to stick 2 45-minute workouts in the day? But if you have to do them back to back, it is what it is. This is usually where a big chunk of our excuses start to come in of, I don't have time. Check your screen time on your phone. I think you have time. Now, there's people who work 8-10 hour days. They have 3 kids. There's extracurriculars. If you really want this, you will make the time. We don't find it. We make it. If it's waking up 45 minutes earlier, so be it. But just that be at 3 a.m., so be it. That's why you're taking the foundational supplements. So your body is firing all cylinders when it would normally be run down and tired. If it's staying up 45 minutes later, so be it. You have your magnesium to give you restful sleep once it's all said and done. You will be so proud of yourself for doing it, and you will feel better by doing it. I used to have so many friends that were blue-collar workers that said, I'm way too tired after work to work out, just the physical demand of it all. And I was like, think of it in reverse. Like, you are going to have so much energy at work, and work is not going to fatigue you as much because you poured into your health, fitness, strength, nervous system, all that. Notice that self-talk. Now, if you really think you don't have time, talk to me. I'm not going to be mean and be like, yes, you do. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to look at your schedule. We're going to look at your schedule. We're going to look at every minute of every day. Because at the end of the day, while yes, we want to build discipline. And like, Jess, well, I'd be disciplined doing a 30-minute walk. I'm also talking about real results here. I'm talking about you looking different than you've ever looked before in any effort. Imagine how your body would look with just what we've talked about so far. Walking every single day for 45 minutes. The last 15 minutes starts to feel a little tough. Working out intentionally every day. Drinking a gallon of water every day. Taking the supplements that are going to serve you to your greatest potential. Wow. And pouring into your personal development, which is going to help you stay on track, by the way. You are what you read. Most of us read social media. Okay, so circle back with me on that if you have questions. Our final sort of task is twofold. It's be on some kind of diet. Everyone's like, what does that mean? What do you mean? It's really easy to kind of make excuses or come up with things that, I'm allowed to have this because I'm making the rules of my diet. Be on some kind of diet or nutrition plan. Now, hitting your calories and protein in the First Form app is my method of coaching, but I know that you're not going to hit your calories and protein every single day. And so a lot of times what I like to do is choose what foods I'm probably not going to have that I normally do. And so what I'll say is when I go out to a restaurant, I'm only going to order a house salad or a Caesar salad. Like, that's my boundary. That's what I'm ordering. And that changed my life. It changed my physique. It changed my confidence. And I was still able to go out, have fun, and eat something delicious. Caesar salad, house salad with grilled salmon or grilled chicken or whatever. That was my boundary, right? I said I wasn't going to have, again, if you have to ask, it's cheating. Someone said to me, well, I was going to go to Chick-fil-A. Is that cheating? And I'm like, well, you asked, so yes. Versus, if you want a cheeseburger, make one at home. That's, for me, homemade burgers, healthy, great macros, really delicious, and a way to bond with the people in your house. So that might take some more like conversation back and forth with me in the app. in the messaging section of what you really want your diet to look like. Maybe it's I'm not doing gluten or dairy, which is huge for eliminating inflammation. Oh my gosh. But you'll want to talk to me about that because you're probably going to be a little more hungry because your carbs are going to be lower than what you're used to. And you're going to need some support with your protein because you're not getting protein from the Greek yogurt and the Fairlife milk that you normally drink. Yeah. That's an example. So if you have to ask, yes, it's cheating. And I'm sorry, I know that you have a sweet tooth. I know that, but I have plenty of things you can eat that are healthy that will satisfy your sweet tooth. And also a lot of mindset around, are you truly hungry or do you have a programmed attachment to sweets? And if you're like, well, why do I have to give that up? Like, you only live once. Like, I can have this and get back on track tomorrow. I get that. I get that. I get that. But can you just say no for 75 days and see what happens? See if you can change that programming in your brain that's always clinging to comfort, always clinging to things that truly you don't want because you think about it the next day. So, some kind of diet. I would encourage hitting your protein every single day, setting boundaries with what you're going to order when you eat out, and just kind of choosing like some limits or boundaries. Be on some kind of nutrition plan. And then the last one is no alcohol, no cheat meals. So we covered the cheat meal thing already, no alcohol. To be perfectly honest, cutting out alcohol right before summertime we could just do that. We could just do that and your body would change and your discipline, clearly. Be the person who can do what they said they were going to do, not only to just be a more reliable version of yourself, but to be a better version of yourself, more clear-headed. You're going to have less cravings. You're going to have less water weight. You're going to inspire people around you. A lot of people are going to try and bring you down. Well, why aren't you? Well, are you drinking? Well, who's making you not do it? Is it that Coach Jess girl? Because they don't want to not do it. But they're not happy with their physique. They're not happy with the way they feel all the time. I want you to look at the people that you want to be like, that have the physique that you desire. How are they living, or how were they living during their transformation journey? Okay? I don't take advice from people who aren't where I want to be in life. This goes with my career. This goes with parenting. This goes with finances. This goes with health and fitness. It does not faze me. It's that Theodore Roosevelt quote. Unless you're in the arena bleeding with me, your opinion does not matter. So I don't know if you're going to face this. I just know that I grew up in Sonoma County and now live in Las Vegas. And so there is a lot of alcohol pressure socially. But I promise you that everyone wishes that they drank less for their health and fitness, for their physique, for their family. Can you be that leader? Because the personal development books that you're going to read, when you're taking a 45-minute walk at 4:30 in the morning and no one else is awake, you are going to start to feel like you're better than people. And that's okay. That's just like a normal, you're not, by the way, but you are working on yourself. And you look around and you're like, who else is? And they might be doing it in different ways, but wow, you are going to feel so good about yourself and want to lead with that energy. Yeah. Okay. So we have the tasks. If you would, another task of 75 Hard is taking a progress photo every day. I would rather you guys just submit your weekly assessments once a week. That includes photos in them. The progress photo every day is because your body is going to change and we want to see that. But the everyday piece is because it's really easy to forget to do. And a lot of times when we get in a groove, we get confident, we forget the little things that actually got us to where we needed to go. And so by building discipline in a very easy thing that's easy to forget is really powerful. But I'm going to put it on you to submit a weekly assessment in the app. They're open 7 days a week. You choose when you want to do it, once a week with progress photos in a new way. And that's going to be how we roll with that. But there is a 75 Hard app. I believe it's $5. You only have to purchase it one time. It used to be free, where it has that checklist more or less, where you can physically check it off every day, see what day number you are on. Otherwise, get a big calendar, number it out. Some people do sticky notes and they write a number 1 through 75 and like take it off each day. Again, you can have these conversations with me about how you want to do it, but be creative, have fun with it. Don't feel like this is something you have to do, but something you want to do. That's usually what happens when we're doing something where we want the result, is we want the process. A lot of people want the result, but they don't want to do the work to get there. And why we're doing this as a team and doing it in a way that's challenging but builds confidence, I want you to know that every day that you do it, you are going to love yourself more and more and more. And I hope that you're doing this because you already love yourself and you know that you can do better, be better. You know it. Now we just need a program to follow. Okay. So where am I in all of this? And then if you're watching live, you can drop some questions in the chat too. Where am I in all this? I am super pregnant, but this is my business. This is my job. I don't get FMLA, maternity leave. Like, this is what I'm here for. And so luckily this is my second kid, so I'm not just like being all boastful about what I expect from myself. But I will get back to your weekly assessments in a timely manner within a couple days. That's why they're open 7 days a week, so I don't get all of them all at once. You will get announcements in the app most days of the week. They will be pre-recorded, so you'll probably see me in the same outfit a lot of the time, but these are going to be 75 hard reminders, tips and tricks, nutrition stuff, meal prepping, meal planning, supplement education. If questions are coming up a lot from people, I'll post about that. So those will be in the app as well. And then otherwise, you'll all have my phone number, which will be easier to kind of catch me if you have quick questions. You'll probably get a lot of voice memoing from me, but you know, when a woman is breastfeeding, she's kind of just trapped there. So we might as well be productive and support my team of people doing the work. And then as soon as I'm cleared, 6 weeks postpartum, I'm in it with you. I'll be doing it right beside you, maybe even sooner because you know. But again, because I'm not charging anything, there isn't going to be high touch. This is up to you. You have the program. The announcements are going to keep you going. They're going to keep you motivated. Reach out to me anytime. Those supplements are going to keep you strong in this, okay? So I believe that's all I have. The only thing I'll say is that if you want to bring someone with you, it makes it hugely better, especially if it's your spouse. Because if they're eating the little Ben and Jerry's ice cream and you're sitting there like this, for you both to make a pact to be better, grow better together, have your kids witness it if you have kids, it's really helpful, or to have a friend. Going on that walk, I did my outdoor walk with my best friend every single day of the 75 days, and it changed our relationship. It transformed everything. There'd be days where I was like, I'm gonna listen to a podcast today, whatever. Some days where we did like run walks, some days where we rucked. We went to different hiking places. But don't feel like you have to go in this alone. Invite someone to do it with you, but also make sure that they are going to follow it to a T with you. Send them this video, so on and so forth. I coach women primarily, but I have plenty of men in the app who I do guide and coach. Men actually get results a lot faster because their body, like, take away one potato chip and they lose a pound. So I'm happy to have husbands, partners, friends as well in the app too. So again, just to connect them with me, because they're not just going to download the First Form app. They're going to connect with me about getting in the app on my team through my payment platform. Is sparkling water allowed? You know, I used to say no, but my partner, he drinks like 10 cans of sparkling water a day, maybe more, honestly. So I'm gonna say that is fine, but that's ultimately up to you. And notice how quickly you can drink 12 ounces of regular water versus a 12-ounce can of sparkling water, and think about the time management of it all. So if you are struggling to hit your 120 and some of your waters come from sparkling water, you may want to recognize that obstacle there. For the water, my biggest suggestion is to just get 3 of these bad boys, 3 Hydro Jugs. First Forms are amazing, obviously. And fill 3 up the night before. And then I'll have a glass cup usually, and I'll dump the full glass, chug the glass. It's crazy how quick you get through one of these with that method. because carrying around like this big gallon jug, like please give yourself something to like transfer it into and slam back, because that jug is heavy. You're going to resent it. It's going to be hard for you to like chug, chug, chug out of that all day long. You want to be able to sip on it when you're driving or when you're just passing by it. Like if I look at my water bottle, like right now, if I was just like talking to you guys and I saw it in my periphery, I'd have to take a sip. Like it's just this commitment I've made. Again, you can have some fun with it. Thanks for asking that, Anna. All right, that is all. I'm going to get this recording uploaded and sent out to the team. I believe in you guys. You guys are amazing. Tomorrow is where we start. I'll probably be going over a little bit more of like meal planning, meal prepping this week, just to give you all some confidence, some excitement, kind of something to look forward to is like, what am I supposed to be eating? So give you some ideas there. All right, everyone. Yes, you are so welcome. I'll see you guys soon. Start tomorrow.